Hello everyone, welcome back to Perils of Man. Oh, okay, sure, let's go up. So you missed, or I have, not missed, but yeah. We're gonna ignore a part where I went round and round around the ship and couldn't figure out what I'd done, or what I had to do.
My knowledge of Japanese is limited to video games and anime.
Basically. And I thought, man, what if I've totally messed up now, and I shouldn't have given the logbook to the doctor, and now I have to start over. So I went and watched the walkthrough, actually. And no, I haven't. I just haven't used the risk atlas completely correctly to trigger. So, we're supposed to do this.
Uh-oh. This is strange. Why is that dangerous?
There we go. And now we can click on, now we can click on that thing, binnacle, not just something torn away, because I was like, oh my gosh,
I know everything.
What if I should have put the logbook in this? But now.
The captain's awfully concerned about that thing. Darwin, what is that?
The nautical term is binnacle. It holds the ship's compass.
I see a little glass bottle and metal jars set to trap anyone reaching inside. Now, if I hold the jars, reverse the pin inside, and move the spring here, I've reversed the trigger for the booby trap. Let's hope this works.
Oh, ow! Son of a...
Blood.
Spies! It's worse than I thought. I'll lock them all up, the entire crew. One by traitorous one, if I have to.
Whee! Captain's glove! Okay, now we can go.
Streets are a minefield.
Now we can go.
Throw everyone in the brig if need.
I was walking around for like 6 minutes, just to and fro, doing all the hints. I just like, man, I have no idea what I'm doing. No! There you go. Use the risk atlas. Captain's glove. Oh, it's really bloody now.
I got a blood sample. Yes, I see. Well done. Does the blood sample prove he's sick? Yes. And with the logbook you found, we have enough evidence.
Unger! Unger, listen to me! You and that fool doctor are traitors! You're dead! Do you hear me? Dead! Even if you survive the German attack, you'll both hang for this! Unger!
Nope.
I've got to change course for Singapore right away. Oh!
Congratulations, Anna. You're a genuine talent. All you have to do now is turn the ship and you're home free. Are you sure you want to do that, Anna?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm here. What?
Why wouldn't I be sure?
Many lives depend on the decision you make.
Full speed! North by northeast!
You haven't done your homework.
How can you stand by and watch people die?
Over the next 2 years, more than 50 million people are going to die from the Spanish flu pandemic. And this ship is infested with it.
Did you infect them?
I understand. You're still upset about the theater. Upset enough to think me capable of such an act.
Will sinking this ship stop the flu?
It will stop it in Singapore in this winter during this war. That's already a great accomplishment.
Can we bring back a cure from the future?
The 1918 strain has no vaccine. We'd need 1,000 years and 1,000 lives to rid the world of every risk.
We're scientists. We have a lab. How do you know, Father?
Your risk atlas is a toy next to mine. I could see it all. Deep into the past and far into the future. It's a tremendous responsibility and perhaps a terrible, terrible burden. Very special people can live with this.
What was that?
Let's call it another lesson in saving lives using the risk atlas.
Saving lives?
Choosing who lives and who dies is not so simple as you suppose, my child. Sometimes works to save thousands of lives. One must sacrifice a small few.
Is that smoke? You sabotaged this ship?
This is a plague ship. If it reaches port in Singapore, 43,218 people will die who otherwise wouldn't. That's 43,218 lives in the single turn of a wheel. So you see, I have... You have the moral responsibility to stop it.
You're really scaring me now, Father. Is this really happening? Why is the future our responsibility?
You're finally starting to understand the implications, child.
Thomas told me about Edgar. The power of the Risk Atlas changed him. I'm worried the same thing is happening to you.
You've been talking to Thomas somehow, but you don't understand. I'm afraid Thomas never recovered from the loss of his daughter. He's no longer in possession of his proper faculties. His own son had to send him away.
That can't be true.
I'm sorry, Anna, but it's time you knew the family secrets. He's quite hopeless. Like this ship.
But what about the people who aren't sick?
You will get sick trying to rescue them.
What about all those donkeys?
Anna, you're stalling now.
The doctor. Can we at least take her?
She's sick too. In 3 days.
There must be another way.
There is no other way for us. That is what I'm trying to teach you. I know this is hard for you, Anna, but I assure you, it's too late for heroics. Save yourself.
Darwin, remind me to get one of those. This is tragic, but there's nothing I can do. I need to find a mirror.
Abandoned ship!
Miss, you first.
No, take the sick.
Oh,
Help me move them. Put these on. Take the crates
here we
from
have
the
the
brig.
flares.
Oh, let him out for God's sakes.
The hold's flooded.
Go out the
You've
portholes.
heard of the middle of nowhere?
Warships! I told
Well,
you!
Captain,
nothing
this
useful
way.
about it.
I go down with my ship!
Anna, did someone see Anna? Anna!
Empty. Someone made sure we can't radio for help.
Okay, what do we use the flares for?
Okay.
A mirror is always backward.
Okay. Okay, window. Can we use the flares with a window?
Look at the reflection. Darwin, I need to talk to Thomas right now.
No, don't touch that. It took weeks to... Leave me alone.
Thomas?
Anna, I'm here.
My father sank a ship with everyone on board. I'm afraid the Risk Atlas drove him mad, just like Edgar.
Don't despair, Anna. Perhaps it's not too late to save your father. I think I've worked out a way to travel back to your time. But you will need to make a new mesa for Darwin using Tantalite.
Where do I find Tantalite?
Like the Queen's Castle, the King's Bishop 8. Quickly, before the storm passes. We have to use its energy with the crystals.
How can Darwin bring you here? Aren't you trapped in the future? In an asylum?
Tantalite crystals have extraordinary properties. In their pure form, I couldn't control their power. That's why I hid them from Edgar. But Darwin's topaz crystal will limit the danger.
How do I make a mesa?
Remove Darwin's mesa and break it.
Huh?
Make him a better one. Mix Darwin's topaz crystals with tantalite. Then put this mixture in a new mesa tube and plug it back in him. This should amplify his power by a factor of several hundred without emitting harmful levels of gamma radiation.
Can Darwin take that kind of power?
It is a risk.
How big a risk?
You would need Edgar's atlas to say for certain, but not all risks are to be avoided, Anna. Some risks need to be taken. If you want me there. Your father, this is one risk you'll have to take.
Okay, I'll make a new mesa for Darwin.
And and I shall prepare for travel.
Meet back here. Did you get all that?
Remove Darwin's mazer. Mix crystals with tantalite. Insert new mazer.
Let's go down to the workshop.
Cool. Not sure exactly when I started recording, but meh. Okay, use the new chess move.
I see a purple velvet box with various crystals inside, and an empty mazer.
Well, sounds like this should be fairly straightforward. No,
I won't need anything here to make a new mazer. I won't need any...
Yes, please. Thank you.
He had such a funny way of walking. Freakishly long legs.
Oh, yeah, we have to, like, take them apart.
That's his old mazer. I need to mix tantalite crystals with his, then make a new mazer.
Okay. Darwin's crystal added to inventory. Okay. Alright. New super mazer! Yoo-hoo! Can I use it with a spring?
That should do it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Darwin is now added to inventory. Okay, I guess we should go outside. Use him with the storm. Hello.
Anna Eberling, I presume.
Darwin? Oh no, Darwin!
I need to make him uncertain? Isn't being certain a good thing?
Not always. If every consequence were known in advance, there would be no such thing as risk. But without risk, some crucial part of our humanity is lost. We would all become, like, my automatons.
Darwin was more than an automaton.
I should not have phrased it like that. You've been through a lot together, haven't you?
If my father has gone the same way as Edgar, it's too late to help him.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. He's done all of this to establish some kind of relationship with you.
It doesn't feel like that.
If there is any emotional connection with his past remaining, it will be with you. Use this to your advantage.
Maybe I shouldn't waste my time with him. I did fine without him all these years.
Hear him out, and then decide.
What do we do when we find him?
Our only chance is to convince your father to remove his Risk Atlas.
What good will that do?
The Risk Atlas gives you certainty. If his Risk Atlas is as powerful as I suspect, he can see everything we do well in advance. But we want him to be uncertain, to start thinking like a human being again.
Why does using the Risk Atlas seem so risky? Didn't you invent it to eliminate risk?
I designed the Risk Atlas to see risk, not to eliminate it. What I didn't understand was that in the long run, avoiding all risk is in itself a risk. Perhaps the greatest risk of all.
Is my father using the Risk Atlas to direct his own fate? He used the phrase, compass any future to an absolute certainty.
This goes back to Edgar. Before I could perfect the Risk Atlas, Edgar began to experiment with it in secret. He felt that I blamed him for Elsie's death, and he was angry with me, so he used the Risk Atlas selfishly to spite me. It began with gambling. But he soon realized that if he could anticipate the future, he could change the future too.
Why would Edgar be so angry with you?
Perhaps he was right to be. After we lost Elsie, I fear I rejected him. I became obsessed with my experiments.
Up until now, I never realized how lucky people are to let the past stay in the past.
That sounds like something Elsie would have said.
Couldn't we go back in time and save Elsie?
I tried once. Edgar stopped me.
Edgar? Why would he do that?
Every change has consequences. Edgar must have seen something he didn't like. You, perhaps.
Me?
It's very possible that if Elsie doesn't fall off that glacier, you will never exist.
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand what you mean by consequences.
Yeah.
Will Darwin be okay?
I'm sorry, Anna. It was a risk we had to take.
Did I make the mesa wrong? Is this my fault?
No, Anna. Darwin was simply not built for this.
It's a shame. I'm going to miss Darwin.
Yes, but it's the risk you took. Now, you have me.
He was a friend. I don't have many.
Yes, it is most unfortunate. He was my friend as well.
Can you just build him again, please?
If we survive this night, show me how Darwin works.
It would be my delight to teach you.
Are you really here?
Yes. I believe so.
I've seen your painting for years, but I must be a surprise to you.
You certainly have the mind of an Aberling, although I am a bit startled by your clothes.
Yeah, we discovered that muscles and corsets tend to get in the way of lab work.
No, I'd forgotten about jeans. They went out of style in the 2020s.
How did you come through time?
My topaz crystal. It was tuned to Darwin's mesa. Luckily, they mistook it for jewelry at the asylum.
Okay, what do we do next?
You wait here. I need a moment to cobble together a second risk atlas. I can use the mesa from Darwin. I'll need to concentrate by myself. Under no circumstances should you go anywhere until I'm finished.
Oh, bye.
Okay. We're just standing here, tra-la-la-la-la. Okay, I can probably
just
go here
old invoices and warranties. There's a note on the book from Father.
Anna, Thomas won't help you now. You're only putting a broken old man in harm's way. This has always been between us. Our future together is in this book. If you're up for the adventure, all you need to do is open it.
I don't know, but I think we need to do it. Because we're not gonna get anywhere otherwise. Pretty sure.
Father left a note daring me to enter the book again.
Fine. Where am I going though? Oh, Chicago. But we don't have Darwin now. Is that Edgar?
Really should see this, Anna. 3 years ago, this was nothing but swampland. And now, look at it. Can you imagine all of the human toil that could have been spared? If only they had known.
Known what?
That it was going to be destroyed by an airship crashing into George Ferris's wheel on the second day of the fair.
That's kind of the point. If you know all risk, then you would never ever do anything.
They're dead. I've never seen anyone dead before.
Because everything you do comes with consequences for something or someone.
The label says it's for disinfecting drinking water. Father, Can't we leave all this death and destruction behind once and for all? It scares me.
Leave? Just leave tens of thousands of innocents to burn down there?
You've worn those glasses your whole life. Just for once, let your daughter look into your eyes. You probably wouldn't like it. Why?
Because you'd see too much of yourself.
Take off the mask, please. Tell me, does your risk atlas show who loves you and who hates you?
Always, Anna. It's riskier to love than it is to hate.
Doesn't that mean that people need risk?
Nonsense. People don't need risk any more than they need famine or pestilence.
Without risk, wouldn't we be just like machines?
You'd be right, Anna. Except for one important detail. My risk atlas doesn't compel me to avoid risk. It merely affords me the possibility of avoiding it.
I'm not sure I really understand what you're saying.
I've made some improvements on the original risk atlas. 3 masers in parallel. It means I can avert the smallest risk. Even the risk of aging can be predicted and avoided. I'm immortal, but I'm willing to die if you decide that I pose a threat that must be prevented.
But how can you die if you're immortal?
Very simply, my dear. Pull this lever and you lock the rudder in its present course. The airship will crash directly into the Ferris wheel. I will die willingly, but thousands of innocent people won't have that choice.
But I don't want you or anyone else to die. I just want you to come back home for me, your daughter.
Steer the ship away, and the disaster is averted. But I will keep on time walking, only with you, my daughter, as my protege.
So that's the bargain? I get to save the people below?
And I get a daughter to walk through time with me.
You'd never go through with it, not while I'm on board.
This is about what you will do. Are you willing to take the biggest risk of your life?
I don't believe you. You're bluffing.
Understand this. Once that lever is pulled, it cannot be pushed back.
So far, you've undone every move I've made.
I will accept this fate, Anna, provided that you accept that you are the sole author of it.
If I become a time walker like you, where would we live?
On the mountains of Mars, or the palace of Maharaja. Wherever we want.
Mars doesn't have air.
Not in this epoch.
That sounds more frightening than fun.
Of course you're frightened, but my risk atlas changes everything. All fear and doubt will become distant memories. No accident will befall you, because you will be the architect of everything that happens. It's not playing God. It's becoming the angel of your own destiny.
That sounds better. Wouldn't I give up on any chance of living a normal life?
Think about it, Anna. I'm offering you a life of absolute certainty. Want to witness the glory of Pompeii before it is lost to lava and ash? We can do it. Want to stroll the decks of the Titanic moments before it becomes the stuff of legends? We can do it, Anna. Because with my risk atlas, no harm can come to us.
You make it seem like the safest choice.
It is. All you need to do is decide to turn the airship.
First, I need to decide if I should trust you. You said your risk atlas. Would I ever get my own risk atlas?
Yes, of course. That's what this has been all about. What's it to be, my angel? Will you choose a life without risk?
I would like to see what the world looks like through your eyes. Oh my goodness, Father, these are miraculous. I can see...
Everything?
Everything, yes! The World Fair is on fire.
You see, Anna, nothing is the same. Anna, give me your atlas.
Don't worry, I'll guide you. There's a loose bolt in that steel thing over there, and don't put any weight on those cables. They're completely rusted out.
What is it, Anna? What do you see?
Stay over there, Father. Don't come any closer. Thomas!
Anna, I came the very instant I realized you had gone. But why didn't you wait for me?
You think I didn't see you coming, old man?
Edgar? Can it be? But how?
Can someone please tell me what is happening here?
I'm so sorry, Anna. I had no idea. This man is my son Edgar.
That's what I thought.
He is not your father.
Is that true?
Listen to me, Anna. After your father disappeared, I watched over you. And I've come to love you as a father loves a daughter.
Watched over me? You've been haunting us like a ghost.
You wouldn't have understood before. You weren't ready.
Is this your idea of being a father? Putting Anna in danger at every turn?
She had to learn.
Learn what? To cheat destiny? To live life without a single surprise?
I don't understand, Edgar. Did you think I would never find out who you really were?
I hoped it wouldn't matter. I've been so alone, Anna. So terrifyingly alone. I've waited 150 years for someone like me.
I'm nothing like you.
Anna, whatever you do, don't give Edgar that risk atlas. This must end.
Come away with me, Anna. Right now. Remember all the things we said we would do together? Just bring the atlas to me.
Do that, Anna, and you condemn the two of you to an endless, joyless life in the shadows.
You were right, Edgar. I can see who loves me, just as you said. What's wrong? Are you sick?
Can't function without the risk atlas, Anna. He is no longer capable of judging anything for himself.
I'm sorry, Edgar. It has to be this way.
No, no, no!
Hang on, Edgar.
We're coming! This is as close as I can get. You'll have to reach for it.
I know what you saw on the risk atlas. My fate.
Never mind what I saw. I'm not going to let you fall.
It's no good, Anna. I won't risk you suffering as I have.
well, that was that. That was the game. Pretty cool. I loved it. Except, you know, for me personally, the hints weren't always the best. Like, I understand them, but I don't. But yeah. But it was really cool. But what happened to her dad? Like, we never figured out where her dad was. Where did her dad go? I mean, I don't know. It seems like not even Edgar knew. He just said when your dad disappeared. So, like, not even Edgar knew. Like, what happened to Max? What happened to her father? What? Okay, we have something called extras. So, credits we've seen. Well, Facebook, Twitter, and we have behind the scenes. Oh. And behind the scenes was actually took to a website. So, yeah. No. Okay. So that was that. That was Perils of Man. Not the longest game, but games don't have to be long. Definitely quality over quantity, I would say. It would have been really cool if we actually found her dad. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't do that. Because it felt like that was the whole thing. But it was really cool. I liked it. I liked that it wasn't too big. And, yeah, just me personally had a slight problem with the hints, but it was really cool. So, awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys liked it as well. Thank you very much for watching and sharing this game with me. And, you know, we'll see what other cool adventures we're gonna go on next. So take care of yourselves and bye!